Okay, public relations. Public relations actually comes first before advertising. PR plants the seeds and marketing harvests the crop. And I did this totally backwards when I started Postcard Mania. We weren't in the news. I wasn't looking to create any publicity or PR capers in any way, shape, or form. And we just marketed our little butts off. And as I told you earlier, we started doing these pro bono postcards, and that started to get us in the media. And then we made the Inc. 500 list, and that got us into the Inc. magazine. And we saw how much inflow of business we would get from that PR effort, that mistake of a PR effort. We found out, by accident, and then we really put some effort into getting us into the media. And there's different ways to do it. Usually, if you're a national firm, it's easier to hire a PR company to get you into the media. If you're local, there are things you can do on your own. I mean, you can do anything on your own. We do all our PR internally, but I do have a full-time staff member. That's all she does. You've seen her walking around, Amanda. She gets us in the news and in magazines. So in old school PR, you basically wrote a press release and you would send it out to the huge database of different editors and publishers of different publications that are in your industry or where you want to be. And that still does work to a degree. But today there are so many, social media is very closely connected to publicity and PR. And it's used quite a bit. You now, is everybody familiar with Twitter? So now you get 130 characters to give your very pithy pitch to, and you have to be following the right people and have them following you in order for them to read your pitch. It's really changed quite a bit. So one of the things that you can do if you want to get PR yourself, it's not that the old PR doesn't work, you just have to be adept to the new rules of marketing and PR. And there's a really great book. It's called The New Rules of Marketing and PR, and it's by David Meerman Scott. And it's sort of like, it's even the data in that book is getting antiquated a bit, but it's really the beginning of social media and how it works. And he basically bashes all forms of other marketing, which is just not true. Old school marketing is still totally working. But what you can do, if you're a business to consumer type business, is you can look for the local stations and magazines in your area, and you can pitch to them something you feel is newsworthy. And I'll just give you an example. Like, does anybody here have a day spa? Well, if you have a hair salon or a day spa, and you can do an event where you're going to do makeovers for women in a domestic abuse shelter, and the news will want to cover that. So you're doing something that's pro-survival that they'll find newsworthy on a local basis. So you can come up with some kind of a caper that your local news will find interesting, and you can let them know about it and when it's going to occur. And hopefully you'll get people there to cover it. If you don't get anybody there to cover it, it's important that today that you video it, that you have video clips that you can submit to them. You can friend them on Facebook, and you can share your video with them on their wall. So there's all kinds of ways of getting your message to the media now so that you can take advantage of that old school publicity. TV is still amazing. If you're business to business industry, you can find trade magazines that your customers read. And honestly, if you write the whole story and it's a how-to and it's not a sales pitch story, it's just really good data that anybody could use and help them with their business, they are always looking for content, and they probably will publish your story, and in the bio, there will be a link to your website, and that positions you as an expert in your field. I see you're nodding your head. You're the VMware, is that what it's called? He services people who buy this software from Microsoft, and you help customize it. VMware?
Companies buy VMware.
Companies buy VMware, and you help them install it and customize it? Right, so the thing is when, I know that when somebody buys like a Microsoft package, if they're an enterprise-sized company, it can sit on their shelves for a really long time if they don't know what they're doing. And there are trade magazines that these guys read all the time, and if you're just helping them, you could get easily published because you have something that's quite niche, where there's a lot of missing information for people.